Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was freaking amazing! What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my non-spoiler review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and all I can say is, ah! That's the word I would use to describe Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That was an amazing movie. It was great. Yes, it pretty much saying like better than the prequel. Yes, but is that to say it was a perfect movie? No. There was some spots in there that where you say they weren't necessarily needed, but hey, in the end though, I still thought they did great for what they were, especially when as this movie would stay focused mostly on Sonic and the video game characters to show that this really is a Sonic movie, and how it's pretty much one of the very few movies that takes a video game and adapts it into a movie and becomes an even big success than what it was originally supposed to be. All's the same though. Let me just tell you guys, the final battle and the post-credit scenes are a must-watch, especially the post-credit scenes. So for all of you who are going to just see the movie and after it's all over, do not go anywhere until you see that post-credit scene. That post-credit scene is going to give you a teaser into what's coming next, and that's all I'll say from there. But with having said that though, as I said, this movie did great in the fact that it mainly focused on the main video game characters, and then when it would lag on over to the human plot of it, the good news is they didn't lag on the human plot side of it too long. It was more like they were giving you a little pit stop before they went into the next scene with Sonic and the gang from Dr. Robotnik, Knuckles, and Tails, who all, by the way, all the voice actors who played these guys and Jim Carrey himself as Dr. Robotnik, they all killed it. To be honest, it's almost like they all really showed that they enjoyed the fact and honor that they could play this character, or in the voice of Tails' case is someone who is happy to return to the role she has been known to play. Because yes, she no doubt was very happy to not only have to voice Tails as Tails for all this time as the video game character, but now as the live action character. That no doubt brought real joy to her. And speaking of Tails, yes, he does a really good job of his introduction in this movie here, as does Knuckles. This is pretty much like saying this movie was adapted from Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. All of that blended into this one movie, and the people behind it really knew what they were doing. It's like they were real fans themselves of the original Sonic games that came before the whole modern thing came. Now, I'm not saying I didn't like the moderns. I love the moderns too, but this one had based off all the classics and stuff. All's the same though. I also love Sonic's journey in this, showing that while he still has that kid personality to him, he does evolve throughout the journey of this movie to become an even better hedgehog than what he was before. Kind of thinks into the fact that he has a new companion with him, that being Tails, and with some of the things he learns through Knuckles and the history of their home world. And speaking of Knuckles, yeah, we get a little insight to him as well, but make no mistake, he is the badass that we knew him as when he was first introduced to us, and at the same time, you also see some vulnerability to him, but all's the same though, in the end, when it all comes down to it and they all come at it with each other at the final battle, that is something that you will all not regret seeing, especially with Dr. Eggman, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, oh my God, how he plays this role is just amazing. I mean, he did great in the first film, but in this one, he's taken to a whole new level with his villainy and how like he wants revenge on Sonic, but also wants to find a way to get what he wants in the terms of ultimate power and and in expanding himself in ways he never thought possible. And let me just tell you, he does, and it leads into that amazing final battle that you get. And guys, all I'm going to say is when you see it, you will not be disappointed at all. That's all I'm going to say right there. And that's pretty much all there is to the film. As I said, the negative parts were kind of the human plot points. Some plot points in that human spot I didn't mind. I actually thought they were fun and a good way to let us take a breather before we got back to Sonic and the gang and all the actions they went through, such as Sonic versus Knuckles. Those two and their fights and all their dialogues together were just amazing. And yes, Jim Carrey's dialogues are something too. And one more thing I'll leave a note off on here for you guys is that we are also introduced to some well-known organizations and other people here in terms of somewhat of a small plot development into what goes on in the human world that Sonic lives in. And for those of y'all who be following things ever since the Sonic games, you'll know what I'm talking about once you see it. But that's all I'm going to say, guys. And I'm going to come back next time to do a spoiler talk of it, because the spoiler talk is where I got to let all my emotions out and tell you how fun this all was. But until then, guys, if you enjoy my videos, all you got to do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, Mega Geek Mixer, signing out. Bye.